Stephen Bradley here from Grizzly Functional Training, and today we're going to have a look at some goodies. We're going to look at the recommended serving sizes of some favourite Aussie snacks. Alright, now that I got the camera angle a little bit better, let's dive into it. So yes, like I said, some favourite Aussie snacks. Now, for those of you who don't pick up the accent, I'm not actually from Australia. I am a Kiwi. I'm from New Zealand, Australia's little cousin next door. But I have lived here for about 7 years now. And while I'm not claiming to be an expert on Aussie snacks, I do see a lot of the same things popping up at birthday parties and footy games and shit like that. And look, honestly, a lot of them are the same snacks we have in New Zealand anyway, so it's not too crazy. I'm sure I've probably missed a couple, so you die-hard Aussies out there who think I've missed something, it's alright, you guys have missed the point for the last 20 years of Letters Like Up, so I'm not too phased. Yeah, so let's dive into it. Serving sizes, a confusing subject, and they do that deliberately. So I'll bring up a little shot here so you can have a look at it quickly as well. Most recommended serving sizes and nutritional information on the back of packages will have in one column quantity per serving, next to it percentage of daily intake, and next to that quantity per 100 grams. Honestly, I say to a lot of my clients, whenever you're looking at any of these things and you're a bit confused, go off the quantity per 100 grams, per 100 mils, whatever it is, because the numbers underneath that is basically giving you the percentage of what's in that: sugar, fats, carbs, blah, 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 blah. But what they go and do with the recommended serving sizes and the quantity per serving is they really deliberately set traps. They confuse you, they do weird things, like this box here. 7 servings per packet. One serving is 40 grams, or a metric cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my little mate over here. I'm going to put a glass cup on it so we can all see what's going on. Now I am going to talk in grams, so for everybody in the US it deals in ounces and all of this blah blah blah. Sorry, but we are dealing with the Aussie snacks. So let's open up a classic breakfast cereal option, Nutri-Grain. Again, we have this in New Zealand, not sure if you have it in the US, but I'm sure there's something similar. Protein, fiber, multi-grain, it's got everything you need. Or does it? Let's actually have a look at what the recommended amount actually looks like. Alright, there's your serving size there. That's a tumbler. That's what I drink whiskey out of. Who's actually eating that much? Not me. I never touch this stuff. Other thing we want to look at is the ingredients. And there's a shitload of things going on in there. Obviously you'd expect, actually side note, for those of you who don't know, when the ingredients are listed, they are listed in order of most to last, if that makes sense. So cereals, makes sense, you'd want to have some cereals in here. Wheat flour, oatmeal, blah 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 blah. Sugar. Sugar is the third thing on the list. Molasses, oat fiber, vegetable gum, gum, barley malt extract. A lot of these things are sugars as well. We've got rising agents, we've got a few things I don't understand in here. That's not typically a good sign. Now this isn't that bad. There's definitely a whole lot worse out there, but there's a lot of ingredients. And I don't understand most of them. Alright, one of my favourite examples to give with this is a box of shapes. Classic snack, pizza, definitely the best flavour. Gonna be honest, I do eat these every now and then. They are one of my favourite things to knock back when I have a hangover, so there we go. But when we look at the quantity per serve, so servings per package, 7.6 servings per package. Whenever you see a 0.6 or a 0.2, they're taking the piss. 7.6, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I'm having these, I eat the whole fucking box. Serving size for me is the whole box. So let's have a look at what the actual serving size looks like. Serving size is 25 grams. So 25 grams is what we're looking for. Oh, that's 26.3. Oh, still a little bit big. Bang on. That's your serving size apparently. And we have, I'll just tip that into my hot little hands, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 and that. 11 and a bit. So when we're reading our recommended serving sizes and we're like, oh, that's not so bad. Not so great either. Alright, next. Jacks. I can't actually remember what the brand is of the ones that we have in New Zealand, which is the same box, same shape, same everything. We do have a different name though. Servings per package, about 9. About 9. Serving size, 25 gram, 6 biscuits. So, let's have a little looky at our serving size. That's 23.1. 27. There we go. That's your serving size, apparently. Again, fucking nothing. When you're sitting down eating those at your mate's place, watching a movie with slices of cheese, let's be honest, you're having half a box, you're having a wheel of brie, and you're having a little bit of that fancy one that some dickhead brought that's got the green shit on the outside. Alright, Smith's potato crisps, potato chips. Got salt and vinegar, the salt and vinegar is the best. Serving sizes per package, 6.3 now. Alright, what happens if you've got 7 mates? 27 grams, about 15 chips. In that you're going to have 13.5 grams of carbs, 0.8 grams of that is sugars, 8.9 grams of fat, 1.8 gram of protein. About 15 chips or 27 grams. About 15 chips, they're all fucking different sizes. Let's go for the 27 grams. There we go. Alright, basically a tumbler. Or about a handful. Not bad, I suppose, because really we usually have about what, 6 people gather around a bag of chips. Oh, that's not bad, but not great either, is it? Because I can imagine there'd be a fair few of us that would eat the whole packet of those in one go as well. Let's have a look at, oh, I hate that. Side note, I'm a chippy by trade, a carpenter. I've always, not so much now, not on my tools as often, but I would typically always come home with a cut on my finger somewhere and I'd never know about it. My fingers are just immune to cuts, and there we go again. Classic cut finder, vinegar, salt and lemon. It's got 2 of the ingredients. So Pringles. I know this isn't an Aussie snack, but where do you go in the world where you don't see somebody eating these? Servings per package, 5. Average serving size, 25 grams. Oh, 24.7 straight off the bat. 27.5. Close enough. Oh, there was half a chip in there. Alright, there we go. Who's eating more than that when they have them? I mean, what's there? Have they still got the same slogan? Once you pop, you can't stop. I can't remember a time I bought a packet of Pringles and didn't eat the whole fucking thing, so. On to the sweets. Before we dive into the sweets though, I did want to have a little honourable mention. I know it's not really a snack. Peanut butter, because this is one I see everybody fuck up when they use things like MyFitnessPal. Apps like that are great, but if you're not actually measuring things and you're just eyeballing, your numbers will never be right. I've seen plenty of people do that, and one of the biggest culprits is peanut butter. That whole thing there is going to do like 3 bits of toast. Let's have doesn't look that great, I suppose, but that's how much sugar you're getting in every slice. Tiny teddies, half coated in chocolate. All right, tiny teddies. These were a classic growing up. We used to get little bags of them, and so that's 8 servings per package. Again, that's only 200 grams, 8 servings, 9 biscuits apparently, 25 grams per serve. But there's that, you know? Those of you giving these to your kids, you giving them that many or you giving them more? Block of Chocky. Cadbury Dairy Milk. Really wanted caramello, but I couldn't see it. Serving size, approximately 4 squares. I love when they say approximately and about, like you couldn't get any more loose than that. 14.3 grams of sugar per serve, so just for 4 squares. That, what did I say was the sugar? 14 grams of sugar, just in that. That's a decent whack of sugar. Tell you what, I never have dairy milk chocolate anymore. You mainly just eat dark chocolate now. Red frogs. Red frogs, they're, we don't have these in New Zealand, well not as a standalone thing like that, but a red frog, I've never really understood why red frogs, but they're just sugar. They're just sugar. No artificial colours. Must be the frog blood. Yeah, these contain nothing. 290 kilojoules per serve, less than a gram of protein, less than a gram of fat, 15.9 gram of carbs, 8.2 grams of sugar. So So approximately 5 clogs is what that is. How many grams? Oh, holy shit, that straight up the nostrils. But before we get too excited, look at the size of it. That's 5. That's 1. Nothing. It's like a bloated gummy bear. Oh, good though. Last but not least, every Aussie's favourite, Tim Tams. Again, we have these in New Zealand. Serving size, 1 biscuit. That's right, 11 servings per package. Do they have 11 biscuits in a package? What an odd number. How do you divide that evenly between people? You can only have them if you've got 11 mates. Or 5.5. Oh, that made this tricky to read. So 1 biscuit, 8.2 grams of sugar, 4.9 grams of fat, like nothing else. So let's see what they look like. That's all it is. It's like a matchbox guy. For 399 kilojoules, so about 100 calories. For just one teeny tiny little cookie. So I hope that's given you a little bit more clarity. You got to be careful with your serving sizes with things. You got to be aware of how much each is worth. I'm not saying don't have these, you've just watched me eat half of them myself. You can eat this stuff, you just can't eat that much of it. You got to stick around the serving sizes. You got to allow for it, allowing for your treats. If we know we're going to go out on the weekend, look, it's coming into Christmas. Christmas parties happen all the time. You drink at those things. Majority of your drinks are carbohydrates. Just cut back on your carbs that day. Have an omelette for breakfast. Have a chicken salad for lunch. Drink your carbs. Obviously don't do that all the time, but allow for these things. Allow for your snacks. Look, I love sitting down and watching a movie and nibbling on some of these things, but train hard that day. Have a salad for lunch. It's still going to keep you full. Don't do the whole salad. Just eat it. If you want your treats, you've got to earn them. So if you like the video, give me a like, give me a subscribe so you can see more of these cool ones. Let me know what else you'd like to see me kind of break down and talk about. And if you haven't already, pop down into the description and get your free copy of my ebook, Train Wherever the Fuck You Want.